If you didn't know, today is World Obesity Day. It's a day aimed at raising awareness over a growing problem that continues to claim lives at an alarming rate. I sat down with a former serviceman and marathon runner who found himself tipping the scales at nearly 300 pounds before he made the decision to turn to weight loss surgery and reclaim the life he once had, because he said he still has lots of life to live. Here's the story.
When I was in the Air Force, this was back in 1988, 89, I ran the Chicago Marathon and 3 hours, 36 minutes.
Bill Sanders spent much of his life as a vibrant, healthy, athletic man.
I played a lot of racquetball, I ran, I played basketball, I was in fire protection, so we had to stay in shape.
And he did. He says when he ran that marathon back in 1989, he weighed about 165 pounds. But he eventually left the Air Force and settled into civilian life.
The next thing you know, I'm up to 220, and it seemed like that was a easy weight to get by.
Bill says he recognized there was a problem and tried several times to take the weight off. But the weight had taken a toll. Back problems kept him from running, then a hernia. He says eventually he topped out at 298 pounds. And that's where Dr. Omar Gannon came in.
I'm a bariatric surgeon at Mosaic Life Care.
Dr. Gannon says Bill's story is a story he's heard before.
If we look at athletes, we see that patients who exercise really hard tend sometimes to gain more weight afterwards.
And the weight can bring with it a myriad of serious issues.
It can lead to high risk of stroke, heart disease, sleep apnea, diabetes, hypertension or high blood pressure, liver disease, colon cancer, breast cancer, thyroid cancer, pancreatic cancer.
Dr. Gannon says those are just a few of dozens and dozens of health concerns directly connected to obesity. Hoping to avoid as many of those as possible, Bill Sanders opted for bariatric weight loss surgery, and Dr. Gannon hopes the story of what has proven to be his success will inspire others to make the choice to lead a healthier life.
He lost tremendous amount of weight because he invested so much into his health after the surgery.
There's so many things I can do now that I couldn't before.
I remember at 2 months, I'm checking on Bill by phone just on my way home, and I called him and he said, "Doc, I just want to tell you that I ran a 5K.
I ran one in February, and I didn't intend to run it, I intend to walk it.
Weekend. I was like, my goodness, just take it easy.
Bill says he does take it easy, just not too easy. He still loves to sit around with old friends, talking old times, and admits he misses the beers that often went along with it, but says the payoff tastes better than a beer any day.
I can still sit around and reminisce with him, and I can sit around and reminisce next year and the year after and the year after, whereas some of our friends are not here anymore. I wanting to extend my life. I have grandkids that I want to see graduate high school. I have another grandbaby on the way that I want to spend a lot of time with. And if I did not change my lifestyle, I wasn't going to be around for that. And now I feel like I have a chance to be around for that.
For News Press Now, I'm Alex Flippin.
Well, today is World Obesity Day, and the doctor who you saw there, we are lucky enough to have in studio with us today. This is Dr. Omar Gannon. He's a bariatric surgeon at Mosaic Life Care, and Bill was your patient.
Yes, he was. I met Bill.
Is, I guess. He still is.
Absolutely. I met Bill for, as he mentioned, a medical problem, a hernia, but it was just the tip of the iceberg. It was the obesity really what's causing a lot of his medical conditions, and we discussed this, and he wanted to proceed with the weight loss surgery. We did the surgery, and you can see how good and well he did. He gained his life back.
That's exactly how he put it.
Exactly.
He's lost 70 pounds now, he says, and he says he's hit kind of a plateau, but he's figuring out how to keep that weight loss going. He's changed his life, and you say, much like what he said and what you said to me earlier in the week when we met, was that change of life is important. This is not a magic bullet. This is not a magic pill you take and all of a sudden you're thin and healthy.
Absolutely. So the weight loss surgery in general allows you to lose about 10 to 12 pounds a month for 6 months, and then after 6 months it allows you to lose about 3 to 5 pounds till up to a year, and then you kind of like hit off like a plateau. During that period We are helping you to adapt to the new lifestyle, to the new food types of foods you need to eat, to the kind of exercise you need to do. And people are so encouraged by the how much weight they lost, by how healthy they are, by how good they look. So they want to continue that. The most important thing about weight loss surgery is that it allows you to lose a lot of weight. That's pretty significant weight for Bill. That's about 1/3 of what he weighed.
Right.
But most importantly, help you maintain that loss, that weight you lost. In contrast to diet and exercise or the pills that the people take to lose weight, the moment you stop, you regain your weight back. Weight loss surgery help you maintain that weight you lost.
But then it's up to you to really maintain that lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's not a magic bullet. As we say, there are 20% of people who fail that weight loss journey. 80% are able to maintain their weight loss over 5 to 10 years, but there's 20% who fail that weight loss journey. These are the patients who do not adapt to the new changes in their life. There is always a way to trick the bariatric surgery. I don't like when families of patients say this is the easy way out. It's not. Patients have to invest in it, and those who don't end up regaining their weight back, and that's just a small percentage, about 20% of the patients.
Well, I know it was important for you to come here today on World Obesity Day because you're trying to raise awareness about a problem that affects millions of Americans, can get much, much worse.
93 million Americans suffer from obesity. This is how bad of a problem we have. Unless the society, the government, the schools are aware of the problem and are aware that obesity is a disease and that we need to tackle it as a disease, spread awareness, we're gonna 50% of the Americans will be obese by 2030 if we don't do something different. So yes, it is obesity awareness. Part of what I do is try to prevent obesity before it happens, but if it happens, weight loss surgery is one of the best treatments and the most effective treatments we have for obesity.
Now, we talked about this when we met earlier, but some people might be on the fence about this. Some people might not know if it's for them. Some people might not understand what it involves. And you actually, at Mosaic, you have seminars, you have these meetings that you do where people can learn about this. Talk a little bit about that.
We have 3 weight loss seminars a month. Next one is October 20. It's a Saturday morning, I believe. I'm doing that. It's a free weight loss seminar. We talk about what we can provide as a program, why is obesity bad for the patient, what kind of conditions we can cure or at least make better if we do the weight loss surgery, and what kind of weight loss surgeries we do. This is free. Patients go there, listen. Most of them, when they see the seminar, they know that this is addressing them. They suffer from that on a day-to-day basis, and they end up having an appointment with me in the clinic. I sit with them. There is a big team, me, a dietitian, a psychologist, and a physical therapist. We sit and we choose the best surgery with the patient after the discussion, which surgery is the best for the patient, and then we can proceed with the surgery. And again, most people who attend the seminar end up registering and getting the surgery just because they feel the seminar is talking to them.
And we put that information up on the screen so people can know when that next one it is October 20th. And you are the one doing that. So if
Yes,
they
sir.
want to meet you, you're the one who'll be doing that one.
Yes, sir. I'll be more than happy to help them.
Well, that's fantastic. Doctor, thank you so much for coming this morning.
Thank
We really appreciate you being here. We know you've been on call all night and made the
Thank
rush over here. So if you want more information about that, we'll put it on our Facebook page and our website along with this story. And right now we're going to send it back to Mark.